Towson's women's volleyball team maintains their powerful season as they prepare to head to the NCAA tournament. The Towson volleyball team is headed to Texas for the first round of the NCAA tournament after a historic 24-1 run in the regular season and CAA tournament. The team drew a number 8 seed in the NCAA tournament. The team now heads to Texas, where they'll await a first-round matchup with Georgia and a matchup against the winner of Texas versus Fairleigh Dickinson if they advance. The trip to the NCAA tournament is the 4th in a row for the Tigers and the first time in history that they have been ranked after a season where the Tigers knocked out then 7th-ranked Pitt, Rutgers, and Delaware in the CAA tournament. The team is hopeful to do what they have never done before, advancing to the Sweet 16 of the NCAA tournament. Men's and women's basketball at Towson is back, and the athletics marketing team is trying to ride the team's momentum to help increase fan attendance. Reporter Jake Shindell spoke with Towson Athletics Marketing about what they're doing to increase attendance this season.
More giveaways, more games, and more successful basketball teams. The athletics marketing team is working hard trying to get students out to games before they head home for winter break.
With the men's basketball home opener, we had pushed for tuition to kind of incentivize students to come, had some t-shirts given away, so we're just trying to get everyone out, engaged, and involved in those first couple of games before students leave for break.
While Towson student Brian Benzing enjoyed the chance at big prizes, he says that the smaller ones are what he looks forward to.
I think the TV one was good, but I honestly like the smaller ones, just like having the shirts there for all the fans to walk in, having something where everybody can be wearing the same thing, stuff like that.
Hall says that marketing's goal for winter break will shift from getting students out to games to getting student athletes and community members to show out and cheer on the Tigers.
It's going to be a big student push for the athletes to kind of show up and support each other. So with the Tiger Cup Challenge that we got going on, that'll be a good way for teams to get a leg up to other teams that aren't necessarily here. Also, we're making pushes for youth groups to come out to those kind of games. So same thing, Dom and Will are up there working their phones pretty hard, trying to get those group experiences out here, birthday parties, that kind of thing. Anything to recognize community members is kind of what we're pushing for those January games.
The athletics marketing team is hopeful that they can keep this momentum going throughout the season. Reporting from Sea-Hoo Arena, I'm Jay Shindell, MCOM 381 News.
TU Women's Soccer ends off their season with an amazing run. Fifi Can went to go check out their plans for next season.
TU Women's Soccer end of their historical season with the final training session after their loss in the CAA tournament.
This year was a great year. We reached the semifinals of the CAA championship. Had a lot of ups and then a couple downs, but the team performed well, built a lot of team chemistry, and it was great to see the girls play this year.
Nia Christopher led the team in goals with 13 last season. The season may have ended, but the work continues.
The thing I like the most about this team is how much of a family everyone is, how nice everybody is with each other, how welcoming they were to me as well, because this was my first semester coming in too, not knowing what to expect.
This is the Tigers' last practice before Thanksgiving break, ending their year proudly.
I believe we could have won, but it's all good. It was still great. It was still a good run for everybody, so yeah.
Towson University Women's Soccer look to do even better next year. Look to improve your record and go deeper into playoffs. Coming to you live from Tigers Field, Fifi Khan. Enjoy your evening.
Towson University Track and Field is getting ready to start its indoor and outdoor season soon. MCOM 381 News' Salim Audrey paid the team a visit to talk about the upcoming season.
Towson University's track team is getting ready to roll into the indoor season with a revamped coaching staff led by their new head coach, Cassandra Walker Hall. According to Coach Walker, the theme on her mind for the team this year is consistency.
I'm excited, honestly. It's a younger team, which it could be good and bad, but I'm going to take it as a good thing this year because I've only been working on a lot as far as team goals. Just trying to get us to a safe space as far as like health and just mental and everything, just making sure we're running smoothly as a team, especially like I said, we're a new team.
The returning athletes from years prior also look to rebuild the program's culture with a consistent and healthy base. Although track and field is an individual sport, The anticipation for what the team could accomplish is felt amongst all the athletes.
We have a pretty new team, a lot of freshmen and a new coach, so we're working on a new culture and just developing ourselves better with everyone working together and competing in their respective events. I'm looking forward to see all my new teammates competing in their events.
With an enthusiastic group of athletes and an experienced coaching staff, Towson University's track and field program is on pace to make great strides within the conference. Reporting outside of CQ Arena, Salim Adri, MCOM 381 News.
The Towson swimming and diving team participated in the Patriot Invitational at George Mason University over the weekend. I went to the meet for more information on the expectations for this season. The Towson swimming and diving season is in full swing, and team members are a tight group of athletes.
Towson's team is definitely the athletes, like all my friends, like coming to campus here, it's like a built-in friend group already. Like I see them every day, I hang out with them all the time, so it's definitely the people.
In his first year as head coach of the swimming and diving team, Anthony Brunet wants to establish a culture at Towson.
You know, the expectation this year is that we grow our team culture, certainly become the best versions of ourselves for this season. Absolutely, compete for a championship.
The team performed well at the Patriot Invitational and hopes it can lead to more success.
So for me, I'm just hoping to PR, get some personal best. We've had 2 meets that I've been pretty close to them, so I'm hoping that I can kind of break some best times. And then for the girls, a lot of us are looking pretty quick this season, so maybe we have a chance at winning conferences or at least placing up in the top 3, hopefully. So.
Yeah, I thought the meet over the weekend went really well. I think our men and women really stepped up. And I think they really came together as a group. We talk a lot about, the team, and what does that look like.
Towson clearly has a tight group of athletes and great coaches, and is looking forward to another great season this year. Reporting from George Mason Aquatic Center, Sam Parrish, MCOM 381 News. Towson's athletics department recently announced that longtime football coach Rob Ambrose will not be returning next season. Ambrose's current contract expired after this year, and the school announced their decision to not offer him another deal. TU Athletics Director Steve Eigenrod said the decision was made after assessing the current state of the football team, which was able to win 4 straight to end the season but missed the FCS playoffs for the 4th year in a row. In an interview with the Baltimore Sun, Eigenrod expressed goals of achieving sustained success with the program, a standard he says hasn't been met in recent years. A 1993 Towson graduate, Ambrose led the Tigers for 13 seasons, coaching them to a record of 76-76. Peaking at an appearance in the 2013 FCS Championship game, Special Teams Coordinator Lyndon Johnson will now take over as the interim coach as the program begins the search for its 5th coach in school history.
Well, we're certainly hoping for a better result next season.
We are for sure, but the team did have a historic regular season, finishing 24-1, so that's definitely a positive.
Definitely just a rough end, you would say?
For sure, for sure. Hopefully we can perform a little better in the NCAA tournament next year.
Well, that'll be all for today, so thank you everyone for tuning in to MCOM 381 Bayview News. My name is Noah Therapis. Have a good night.